Hey, grade 8, so I got 4 minutes before you come in here, so I'm going to do this lesson super fast. 10.4, carreau algébrique, or using algebra tiles to represent equations. For the conventions in this class, we're looking at any yellow block is going to be a positive 1 or just a 1. Red ones are going to be negatives. The big rectangles, yellow rectangles, are positive x, so like 2 plus x. And the big red rectangles are going to be negative x, so 2 minus x. Together, we always, whenever you put a positive and a negative together, it makes a zero pair, right? And they cancel each other out. The same thing actually happens for x. If you have a positive x, so like 3 plus x, and if you added in a negative x, like minus x, well, this positive x and this negative x, they actually cancel out because it's a zero pair. So what I want you to do now is I want you to represent the following algebraic equation, x plus 2 is equal to 5. And we use the blocks to represent it. So we start off with the first term and we see an x. That's pretty straightforward. We grab a yellow rectangle. The next one term in the series is positive 2 or plus 2. So we grab 2 yellows. And on the right hand side, it says 5, positive 5. Even though there's no positive there, I know it's positive because it's sous-entendu. If you don't see the symbol, we know it's positive. So this is a physical representation of x plus 2 is equal to 5. And do notice that there are no operations here. We don't need to put them in there. It's understood that if we have a big yellow rectangle and 2 little ones, that means x plus 2. Try this one by yourselves and then see how I answer it. All right, so x, the first term is an x, so we have an x. Now this time we have minus 3. So I can't put an operation there, so how do I represent, let's look at this as 3 negatives. Easiest way is by putting in 3 red blocks, right there. On the right-hand side, 7. So 7 of these bad boys, I'm not even going to do it. I think you get the idea. Try these ones, pause it, and we'll see if you got the right answer. So it's on the left-hand side, x minus 3, 1, 2, and 3, and plus 2, 1, 2. And you're going to notice that I group these together in a very particular fashion. I put a red one above a yellow one, and hopefully you know why. It's because I'm creating zero pairs, right? And that's going to be when we simplify it and we solve for x. That's what we're going to do next. I'm going to skip right through. Next one. So now we're going to try and balance the equation, which means actually to find out what is the value of x by creating zero pairs. On the left-hand side, we've got x minus 3 represented by our big yellow rectangle and our 3 negatives. On the right-hand side, we've got 7. We have to get all the x's on one side and all the numbers on the other side. And it doesn't matter which side. Just because x is on the left to begin with, we're going to keep x on the left. So how do I get rid of 3 negatives? I want to have x all by itself here. And the way to do that is by creating 3 zero pairs. So I put 1, 2, and 3. And I've created 3 zero pairs. 1, 2, and 3. They cancel out, which is fantastic because all I want is this x. Problem is, it's a balanced equation. It means that if I add those 3 positives there, I have to add them to the other side. So x no longer equals 7. X equals 10. Here's algebraically, this is how it's written. We had originally x minus 3 is equal to 7. So we have x minus 3. We added 3 yellow ones. That's what that number represents. And because we did it to the left, we have to do it to the right as well. And x equals 10. Try this one. We have 2x plus 1 is equal to 9. All right, so here is an x. Here's another x. So I have 2 x's plus 1 is equal to 9. So I always want to have x equal something, right, as an answer. Uh-oh, you're coming in for lunch. I'll do this really quickly. So I have to get rid of this positive x. A positive, I'm sorry. How do I get rid of a positive? I add a zero pair. Boom. Add it to both sides. Now, if 2x is equal to 8, because I have these cross out, 2x is equal to 8, well then x is equal to 4. Isn't that beautiful? It's so gorgeous. And we're not going to do that one. I'm running out of time. Practice here. Practice this one. Pause it. And then practice this one. Pause it. And that's it. I'm out.